Hello everyone, this screencast is designed to walk you through the steps for completing the primary and secondary sources level 2 formative. Starting from the page, the history of baseball from the Google Classroom page, go to classwork. You're going to find the primary and secondary sources formative 2 and open up that document, which will look like this. The goals for the students to distinguish between primary and secondary sources, locate examples of those sources, and then identify details, purpose, and main idea when looking at those primary sources. So part 1 is simply asking you to come up with a quick one-sentence definition of the difference between the two. Remember, here it is. Primary sources were created during the time that the history was actually happening. Secondary sources are produced after the fact and are usually analytical in nature, such as textbooks or expository books or journal articles as well. So then you're going to locate examples. You're being asked to locate 2 primary sources and 2 secondary sources. So this is just, you don't have to do anything in this chart. Down here is where you're going to create your links. So say you want to do a primary source. Remember, the step to creating a link is to highlight the word link, go to Insert, Link, and this box will open up for you to paste the URL of the link that you found. So I already have some here, and I think I'll take a look at this one. Here is a link to a primary source about the Knickerbocker rules, the early rules that were established by Alexander Cartwright on baseball. You are simply going to highlight that URL and copy it, go back to the primary and secondary source document, and then you're going to edit and paste it. And there it is. Your link has been created. You can see the Knickerbocker baseball rules will open up. Same thing with secondary sources. Highlight the word link. And insert a link. Again, that box will open up. I'll go over here to this one. Here's a secondary source on Abner Doubleday, the purported inventor of baseball. Highlight the URL, copy it, and then paste that URL into this box and hit apply, and that link will be there. As you can see, there's the Abner Doubleday link right there. The last step is to provide details, purpose, and main idea. Let's look at the Abner Doubleday source for just a moment. So as far as details are concerned, simply read through this short excerpt about your source and think about what the details are. You know, one detail is that he was an officer during the Civil War. Another detail is that he's, purported to be the inventor of baseball, but some people see there's a question mark there. Some people say that he may not be. This would be an example of adding details. Going back to the purpose. What is the purpose of something like this on this site? It's to educate and inform. Again, thinking about the purpose of any source, there are multiple purposes, but in this particular case, it's a secondary source that's looking to educate and inform people about this particular person. And then the other thing you have to do is come up with the main idea. The main idea of this source is that they're giving, because it's a biography, the main idea is that the life details of Abner Doubleday, and the other main idea is the debate as to whether or not he actually invented baseball. So there's a walkthrough of what it is you're being asked to do. And remember, you're asked to find 2 primary and 2 secondary sources and list what the details are of those sources, what you think the purpose is, the person who created this source, what were they up to when they created it, and then generally speaking, the main idea. There's really no wrong answer because you as a historical researcher are trying to figure out or giving your best educated guess as to what's going on. So